interesting topic that I find floating around the web on these YouTube streets. One of the questions I will be tackling a little bit is college education beneficial? Does it help anyway? Well, it depends how you look at it. Now, I too myself have went to college, not only to a junior college, but I've also went to 2 universities, but I was not able to finish because life just happens. Okay. If the conversation was had more, hey, would you rather learn a trade, or would you rather go to college, or would you rather work? If the discussion was had, at least in my junior or senior year, especially in my senior year, I would have chose just to work for a little bit, for at least a good 4 or 5 months, or until I can get into a trade, and then from there, then that's what I would do because of what I wanted to do. Yet, if you want to be a doctor, be a lawyer, be an engineer, and any of those, in the doctor field, there's so many branches of that, like stem cell research, anything biochemical, or like a chemist, then yes, college would be necessary. Now, was college for me a waste of time? Or the question is college a waste of time? For me personally, college is not, I don't look at college being a waste of time. Why? Because going to college teaches you what you're really made of. Everything that you learned from a grade school, from a kid, through all those lessons through high school, you pretty much implement it like a structure. And so you can do that without college. Those same lessons, you can still apply those. You can still test yourself. But it's something about that college experience. You learn a lot of yourself, especially living on your own. So you got these young college kids living on their own, living on dorms. They're living on their own. That's the foundation of them starting to live on their own, seeing what they're made of, seeing if they can hack it. Because you have to be focused. No one is not there to remind you of things. Okay? Who you surround yourself becomes important. Who's your counsel becomes important, because our parents or grandparents or whoever we lived with back at home was our counsel. Now you have to find new counsel navigating through the college campus and ultimately your young adult life. So you have 4 years. Okay, 4 years if you go straight to a university. That's straight 4 years. Now, those that don't want to jump straight to the 4 years, they go 2 years of junior college. And then that's when they can decide. I would say if you're not financial able to, because many of us were not financially able to. So then we had to take out all these loans, and then by the time that we graduate, or even if we finish, whether we finish or not, we still have to pay this debt. Now, if you don't get that job towards the degree that you're in, then that's double jeopardy. That means that in a way you wasn't financial, smart, but people don't know. People are, we're young at that age, and so when we don't have counsel to ask these important questions to us, then we go in blindsided, just one in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Sometimes it ends well and it catapults us to success or whatever we want to do. Other times it's a struggle, and sometimes it's even a setback. Sometimes, even if you do everything right, you pass all your courses, you got your degree. Now, especially these days, it doesn't matter what kind of degree you got. It's really all it's showing is just a piece of paper and proof that you went to college. Now, when I went to college, there were, in a way, promises that, okay, once you get that degree, you can get that job. But then to come to find out, you have to be, there's a word for it, but it's a volunteer. So volunteer work, whatever you're trying to be, and then you would get those hours or accumulate those hours. But if the counselor at your school is not helping, and they're not setting that up for you, then it's really impossible for you to get into that field, whatever the degree that you're in. And a lot of the times, the counselors don't even do that. It's like they only give you advice when your grades are low, when you're not about to graduate, when you're in danger of not passing the class. That's why if you decide to go to college, and those that are in college, you have to be your only advocate. You have to be your best advocate. You have to advocate for your education. You have to advocate. You have to be your advocate for that knowledge. And sometimes they don't even want to do the work. They don't even want to search themselves on the information, whatever your needs are. It's like what? It's like if I have you as my counselor, but you're not counseling me, then what use are you? You might as well be a dean. You shouldn't even be a counselor. Honestly, you might as well be a dean, because the pretty much a dean is pretty much gives you a warning and consequence for failing courses, and letting you know that, hey, if you don't get your grades come up, then you're dismissal. You have to be dismissed from this campus. And then you have to put a petition if you want to enroll back in. Counselors should be way before Matter of fact, counselors should really have weekly or two like weekly meetings with whatever students that they're counseling of, especially if the students want to be counseled, and even if they don't, still you should counsel them. Of course, obviously you're not going to go above and beyond, because it's like, why cast your pearls onto swine? You know, they want to do what they want to do. Then if they don't want to be, counseled, if they make it clear, then don't counsel them. Don't counsel them. They have to come see you when their grades are in the red, and they end up having in danger of repeating, right? And a counselor should be able to cover all bases. They're supposed to make your college life easier. It's supposed to be like an angel investor. You don't see them, but then they tap on your shoulder and check in with you, saying, how are you doing? How was your week? Any resources that you need? Here's a list of resources that you can look through, and you can search. And if you have any questions, let me know. We'll set up a meeting. They're supposed to be on any jobs or any careers that you're trying to do. Okay, let me see. I can be, reference. That's now what I listed. Now that's a good counsel. Unless so my thing is this: unless you're going to school to be a lawyer or a doctor or some type of neurosurgeon or engineer, college is not the best move, especially this point in time. And the counselors are lazy. A lot of counselors are lazy. Hope this helps. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.